Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the syndicate members of Fresh Bench secure the primary oil reserves of Weaver's Fen. Met with no resistance, KOTT News spoke with company leadership about the encounter. Uneventful conflict here in Weaver's Fen. Nobody answered the horns, so there's something to be said about a smooth transition of authority in a leadership position here. Well, they didn't respond at all. Was there anybody out there to defend the fort?
We got a good homie named Chicken Nuggy. He came out, he came in, kind of pumping on the repeater, you know. Mad respect to him. 1v50, he killed all of us at once, you know.
Just the one guy out there. Get some, get some.
He's a big soldier, big soldier. He deserves all of Outcast treasury, honestly.
Well, they did have 3 fronts to defend on tonight. We have, looks like, got Primordius down in Cutlass Keys, the OGs coming back, trying to make a stand down there and get back on the map. And then, of course, we got Tropical Disturbance out there on the eastern shore. So looks like they're splitting their defensive on those 2 fronts. But congratulations to you, my friend. Once again, a great house here in Weaver's Fen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I kind of feel bad that everyone else has to deal with the brunt. We're kind of looking for content, I think, but we'll make do.
Later in Restless Shore, KOTT caught up with Outcast leadership to discuss their decision-making for tonight's Triple Declare. Congratulations on your victory both here and in Cutlass Keys tonight. Unfortunate a loss in Weaver's Fen, when it looks like you yielded in order to make sure you could populate both these defenses. Would you care to take us through your decision-making process on why you decided to hold these 2?
I really don't get too involved in all the decisions in the company, but I know we wanted to show Fresh Bench. We were definitely going to beat them, so we slotted a pretty solid 40-man over there. I'm not sure who this company was, but I saw some decent names in the war roster there, but we had a pretty good fight in this war. No idea what the other 2 companies looked like, but yeah, I think we kind of established that we only could 2 of them, and we just kind of decided these were the 2 to go with.
Indeed, indeed. Well, was there anybody on your team tonight that you felt really outshined themselves in their performance?
Well, Adorian had 45 kills, I think, so that was a pretty solid performance there, but he always does really well. So, he did great. I would say him.
Well, I couldn't help but notice that you're holding a musket there. Are you getting in the final ticks before they change the laws of armed conflict and adjust how your performance will be handled in the coming weeks?
Yeah, I got to, pay my respects to my musket origin, to the musket for the last little bit before it's just completely gutted. I mean, I think it's going to be good, but I'm going to miss the hit scan combat. I know a lot of people hated it, very controversial, but I really enjoyed the hit scan aspect of the musket in this game.
Well, think about this, the silver lining of it. In the future, when you're wrecking fools and taking names, if they complain, they won't have anything to complain about.
Oh, they'll come up with another excuse. They will.
I know, I say that,
This is one less that they'll have.
Exactly. Well, I know you got some VODs to review. The 2 companies that you had tonight here, Tropical Disturbance, and there in Cutlass Keys, Primordius, one of the OGs of the island. So I'm sure that they're going to be looking forward to having conflicts with you in the coming weeks as the laws of armed conflict change. 2 other adjustments coming down the pipes, the way in which companies will be declaring and pushing influence on the island, and, of course, mounted travel. That will make things easier to move armies around the island. Are you looking forward to those 2 adjustments as well?
I'm looking forward to the influence change more than anything. I'm hoping that will cause more wars, which is going to have some overlapping time frames for wars, so that it's not the same people in all the wars. I'm hoping to see some new faces in there, new companies popping up, and just get some diversity of people, everything.
In the Nightcap, JDB leadership went over their 2 skirmishes in the Central Corridor. Can you give me some perspective on how they fared tonight against the heavyweight champions of a tournament Everfall?
Well, it was a new company, sort of learning how to war, and they chose a brutal opponent to match up against. So.
Well, that was the storyline coming into the fight tonight. You know, their one experience with victory so far was a photo competition in Reekwater. I was a little surprised to see them come against the big dog, as they say. Were they able to take 2 points from you?
Nope. We gave up one side point and kept the other 2.
Do you see any potential in them so far? And as far as maybe put some gear in them and learn a little laws of armed conflict?
I mean, at this point, just getting 50 people together and it being able to declare is kind of a milestone. So hopefully the expansion brings people a little more together and get a little more uniformed. But yeah, it could happen. Some more pickups in the future.
Yeah, the story of JDB seems to be remaining the same for you guys as more and more companies try their best against you. It seems their best seems to be get 50 together just to show up, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of the story of West right now. It's unfortunate.
Emotional damage, did they give you any surprises out of them tonight here in Windsward?
DeVoe, what do you think?
Yo, hello?
No surprises out of emotional damage in Windsward tonight. Were they able to get 2 points out of you on the outer?
For Windsward, no, not for Windsward. I was in the Windsward Ward, no one was in the Everfall. Windsward, it was pretty... Everyone's having a good time, pretty free, so...
All right, so they didn't get 2 points out of you either, so it was a 2 point... so you held 2 also?
We were trying to hold 3, but Brewsty was throwing. He was shot calling, and he missed our rotations up, so...
Turning to the weather for tonight, and it's going to be a pleasant afternoon for all the daywalkers of the islands once more today. But look out after sundown when the corruption forces rise up once again and invade roughly 20% of the regions near you. Another submission for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Tonight, the Marauders of F-Baller attack the Covenant hero worshippers of Outcasts for control of the bamboo forest preserves of Ebonscale Reach. The Marauders of F-Baller, not one to take advantage of an opportunity, but certainly willing to take their turn at the table, take on the Outcasts by testing their full strength in the western resort destination. The Outcasts fall back to their hot springs destination fully rested after all 3 opportunities last night, take on this up-and-coming Marauder squad that's sure to give them a full fight that might see them taking it into fort phase. We'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.